Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a Limp, and I'm here with a quick video for you, but one where I've got a special little surprise as well. This is Resist by Salt and Pepper Games, and it was developed by David Thompson, Roger Tankersley, and Trevor Benjamin. David Thompson, you know, I've always mentioned on my channel. I've covered a whole bunch of his stuff, so I was very excited to cover this. And I covered the prototype, which I still have. So this was the original one that I had covered, which the game doesn't have a whole lot of components. This is a really portable game. It's the deck of cards and the rule book. As long as everything's the same, I'm planning on doing a giveaway of this copy since I've got the production version now. So if you'd like a copy of Resist, stay tuned till the end of this video and I'll tell you how you can get one. But I did want to take a peek at the two different types of components and see if there was a difference. And I'm really not expecting one because the quality of this prototype was so damn good. Quick look at the back, and the game is about the Maquis fighting in World War II. I did a whole video series showing exactly how to play the game. Make sure you check it out if you haven't already. It is a fun game, though, where you have to worry about the back and forth of using your Maquis troops, whether or not you're going to use them for their full effect, but then it's one and done, or you use them for a lesser effect where you get some good out of them, but they stay under the radar of the Nazis so they can continue the fight. But you can't win the game without actually taking some risks. So your forces are going to get smaller throughout the course of the game. Let's see what we got here. Rulebook, which looks very similar, but we got something else. Oh, scenario booklet. That is new. I did not have a scenario booklet in the prototype copy. But we've got Resist here, and the rules actually look almost spot on. I'm sure there might be a tweak or two as they finalize the components for the game. But it's not a hard game to learn by any means. It's really just laying out your cards in the proper format. Let's see if they got a picture. Yep. Right here. All you have to do is lay out the cards and your Maquis. So your Maquis will be down here, whether or not you're using them hidden or they're being revealed, revealed being the more powerful use. But again, you lose them after that. And then you have your mission cards and then the different enemy troops that are part of those missions, which don't get revealed until later on when you're actually performing that mission. So you kind of have to plot things before you have all the information. But some of your Maquis can actually get you some more information, which is really cool. So we got that, and eyeballing our scenario. This is new. I did not see this during the prototype. Change, set up 3 missions. Okay, so it's talking about changing what missions. So you're not doing the missions randomly, which would, make sense. And it looks like that's the main change on all of it. But that is a nice little addition to it. That way, the game already had a good amount of replay value in it because none of the games are going to play the exact same each time. But now adding in the scenarios to it, yeah, that's cool. Oh, and it's got a historical campaign too. I like that. That is a nice inclusion for them to add to the game. I gotta say too, I love the artwork that they had going for this. It just looks so good. And we've got our 2 decks of cards, which is all the components for the game. It's literally one of the best portable games that I've come across. All you have to do, if you don't need the rules and you know the rules and you're not worrying about the scenario booklet, this is all you need to play it. No dice, no anything else. You can shove this in your bag, take it out with you, whatever you're doing, and you've got a nice little portable game. Here we go. Tear this open. And yeah, good quality on the cards. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it seems like it's got the nice glossy coating to make them a little more durable, just in case you get them wet. But we got our missions here, and down the bottom right, you see what level the mission is. So 1, 2, or 3 in levels of difficulty. Yeah, handful of 2s, or wait, nope, that's the victory point. That's not the level for it. Yeah, it's era. Excuse me, I was remembering that wrong. The era up here, era 1, 2, or 3, and those are the victory points for the mission. But you got a bunch of different missions, which are not always going to be in every game. So every time you play, you're not going to use all of these. You'll use a selection of them. And then obviously with the scenario, depending on what scenario, it's going to depend on what missions you're using. So it gives your game the replay value. And again, the same thing happens with your Maquis troops here, which are the ones that you're using. So we got Manuel, Pilar, hope I'm saying that right, Adela. So you've got, it's what you would expect of an underground resistance force. These aren't soldiers. These are men and women who are working covertly to try to muck up the Nazis' plans. I really like that. Really cool stuff. And again, I love the Maquis from Star Trek Voyager. What can I say? Carlos, Roberto. I love Roberto because he's a beast. Roberto goes ape. Look, he looks like a nerdy little librarian there, and then bam, he takes off the shirt and tie and goes beast mode with a massive amount of firepower. So he can put out a whole lot of hurt, but that's it. You use him there, you're done. He's been revealed. But that plan phase, I think, yeah, look at the top 3 cards of the enemy deck and discard any of them and put the rest back in any order. Yeah, that's good. And this guy doesn't really have a special ability for his hidden side, but he does a couple damage, which is, yeah, all right. No damage on his revealed side, but he reduces by 1 the defense value of each enemy with a defense value of 2 or more. That's actually pretty good. Depending on what enemies you're facing, your rest of your guys can have a much easier time carrying out their attack. And most of these should just be Maquis, with the exception of the spy cards. Yep, here they are. So you get a good amount of Maquis cards. If I remember correctly, it should be 24. And you're not going to have all 24 in your deck. And you don't even get a chance to draw that many. It's rare to get extra Maquis. If I remember right, you start with 12, and you're going to have to use those to kind of push your luck and get done as many missions as you can with those troops. And then the spy cards. Spy cards are bad. Getting those mixed into your deck is not a good thing, because as these get added, it effectively makes your hand weaker. Think of any other hand card game where you get like wound cards or things like that in there that just fill up your deck with useless stuff. So it makes it, when you go to do that mission, that much harder, because 1 or 2 of your cards could be spy cards. And then, bam, you can't really do anything. You're short on troops. And if you ever draw a full hand of spy cards, you lose the game automatically. All right, and our smaller deck has our reference card, which is really all you need during the play of the game, because it's easy, it's streamlined. You do plan phase, attack phase, aftermath, and then recover. Real easy to play the game. Our civilian cards, these, you can't have these die. You can only lose, if I remember right, 5. And if you have 5 civilians or more, perish in the course of your activities, you lose the game. So it's not good to have civilians dying when you're trying to protect them. So that is something you don't want to have happen. And then the rest of these should be the enemy forces. The number there in the top left is whatever their defensive value is. So the type of hurt that you have to put on them to take them out. Now, they don't necessarily have to die during a completion of a mission. You might complete the mission without taking out all the enemy troops, but some of them have abilities like this, survive. If he survives, then you have to draw a card from the civilian deck and place it face up in the graveyard. That's how you start losing those civilians, and that can cost you the game. So you really want to try to kill off guys like this if you can. And just to show you a few more, let's see, bunch of counter guerrillas. This one's stronger. They have different strengths on them, and these will obviously get mixed up and shuffled before your game. Military guys, spy masters. Let's see what else we got. Guards. Guards are kind of a problem because you have to defeat all the guards before you can defeat the mission. So these guys are must take out. They're defensive. Some harder guards. Ooh, level 3 guard, not cool. Grunts. You must defeat all grunts before you defeat other enemies. So think about it. If you've got guards and grunts, then that means you've got to kill the grunts before you can kill the guards, before you can kill the mission. And you have to defeat the mission. That's the thing. You don't have to defeat all the troops, but you have to defeat the mission. But these two working in combination can cause you a lot of problems. And do we have any others? Let's see. Yep. engineers, a couple of those, a couple of radio operators, jailer, a couple of jailers there at the end. So multitude of different types of troops that can be fighting against you in the course of the game. But that's it. Like that's the components of the game. And honestly, they are so close to the prototype version that I got. The only thing that really seems different on this is it does not come with the scenario booklet, but the cards themselves are the same thing. The color's just a little bit different, but other than that, bam, I mean, they really do have it spot on, and that's going to be expected because prototypes like these are not made by the same people who make the production versions. Prototypes cost a lot more to be made because they are made on like an individual basis. You might have 5 or 10 prototypes made by a single manufacturer versus you're going to have a few hundreds or thousands of this version being made. So here's what I'm going to do, just like I do all my other giveaways. If you would like to potentially win a copy of Resist, again, I'm not going to give away my hold copy here, but I will give away my prototype copy, which again is just as good. It's the same thing. The cards are not bad. They're the same quality as these cards. It's got the rule book in there. It's good to go. The only thing you're not going to have is the scenario booklet, which you might be able to find the scenarios online. So if you would like a chance to win a copy of Resist, what you need to do is simply subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. That's it. Don't care what the comment is, just leave a comment. Few days from now, let's see, what is today? Today, time of filming is Wednesday. I'll tell you what, week from now, next Wednesday, I'll do a drawing of all the comments on the video, this video itself. So whoever comments, you have your chance. If only 10 people comment, 1 in 10, pretty good chance. So leave your comment. I'll do the drawing, and then I'll tell you on that video. I'll post it up a week from today and let you know who won the random drawing for a copy of Resist by Salt and Pepper Games. And just as an FYI, this one is fun. It is one that you definitely would like to have, especially the portability of the game. Literally, this is it. If you know the game rules, all you need is that reference card just to make sure you stay on track. And right there, that's all you got to worry about. You could put that in a little Ziploc bag, put some rubber bands around it, whatever you want to do. Throw in your book bag, throw in your suitcase, and wherever you want to go, if you got some downtime, you can just lay out the cards and effectively play yourself a little solitary game of the Maquis fighting against the evil empire. Really cool stuff. So, like I said, make sure you leave your comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Only 2 things you got to do. I don't worry about anything else. All right, that's going to be it for this one. You guys take care. I will catch you in the next one.